Hi, Nick Osborne with the Personal Training Department Blueprint. We have had a ton of questions come into us through either email, posted on discussion boards, people just calling me, all kinds of questions about sales and marketing. Either stuff's working, stuff isn't working, what they need to do different, both from our clients and other people wanting consultations. So I want to go over some broad aspects for everybody so both owners and managers and trainers can all have an idea of what they should be doing or not doing. The first thing I want to tell you is get a sales and marketing system. Now we have one, but there's a lot of good ones out on the market. You might be using any of our competitors or anybody else have some good products out there, but the key is whatever system you are following, follow it to the T for a while. Now that's one of the things that we run into all the time. We have a pretty basic sales funnel in our system. It starts with getting somebody into our sales and marketing through either email, our website, they join the gym, whatever it is. So that person gets put into getting an equipment orientation. We don't make it a, if you would like to, we just say to be a member here, this is what we want to do for you. This is what we want to make sure that you're successful. You know how to use all the equipment, because most people will come in, they say what they won't need it, but then they have to come up and bug, in their mind, the front desk or a trainer to get the information. So we want you to come in and do an equipment orientation right away. We have the front desk or our sales team actually schedule their first appointment, the equipment orientation. Now after that, what they're doing in that, they're trying to show them how to set the equipment up so that all the selectorized equipment, we have free motion, which is a little bit more intimidating to the average person, how to set it up to make them successful, how to turn on a treadmill, how to get it to what we like to have the people do, which is interval training, if it's appropriate for them. We do blood pressure, heart rate at that point. Then we go through what we call the medicine ball warm-up. So all of this is done in their first hour. Now I know we are really overloading them with a lot of information, but the key is we want them to do the medicine ball warm-up so they're moving in three-dimensional space in a way that's unique to our system of training. So that's all done in the equipment orientation. During this time, it's not about the equipment orientation for the trainer or the coach. It's actually about building rapport and having a conversation. Because what we would love the client to do is say, you know, the trainer said, well, why did you join the gym? Well, I'm here to lose 25 pounds. And then leave the door open for the client somewhere during there for the client to say, you know, how do I do X? Or how do I lose 25 pounds? Or whatever the question is. You want the door to be open and enough rapport to be built for that client to say, how do I do something that's not in our typical equipment orientation? The trainer's response should be, you know, I would love to help you, Mrs. Jones, but I don't know enough about you to give any recommendations, and that would be very unprofessional of me. Would you like to set up one of our fitness assessments so I can go over where you currently are and why you're there, what your goals are, and then I can give you, after I get to know you a little bit more in your physical, I don't want to say limitations, but where you are physically, I can make a recommendation for a plan that's going to get you the results that you're looking for. When would you like to set that up? Mrs. Jones would say, well, I don't know if I can afford it. You know what? You're a new client here at the gym, Mrs. Jones. If you give me some feedback on what I did and if I helped you, and maybe give me a note on a card that I can put up on my bio board, I'll do it for you for free. I have time on Thursday and Friday. Which one's better for you? Now, Mrs. Jones will schedule one of those 2 times. Now we've got them into our fitness assessment. Now the fitness assessment is designed for me to get to know the client a little bit more, build a lot more rapport, and then spend time with them showing them I know what I'm doing. Now after the fitness assessment, we're going to do a price presentation or our options. How does the client want to train? We have an initial offer called the 5-week metabolic makeover. It's 11 sessions for 5 weeks, and we can get them some good results, and normally it's $299 or $349, whatever, if we have it on sale or not. And at that point, Mrs. Jones will either say, that sounds good, I need to train more, or that's too expensive, I need to train less. That's what we're looking for. There is also the other option, which is, I really don't want to buy training right now. But if we can get one of the other options, we know they're interested in training, we just have to tailor our price presentation to what they want. If we have a 1 time a week, that's great. If we have a 1 time a week or twice a week with a semi-private group, then we can offer that to them also. They might be thinking that it's going to cost $349, but if they want to train twice a week, semi-private groups, so 3 to 5 people with them, it might be as low as $99 a month. I don't know. So we need to feel that out from the client. We need to know what they're doing. At the end of that, they're either buying or they're not buying. If they're not buying, then we're going to do a follow-up 30 days later, and then we're going to put them in our marketing sequence. And with the Personal Training Department Blueprint, we actually provide all the marketing sequences to our clients. So every week, there's an email that goes out to our non-training clients that explains if this is heart month, what interval training would do, what metabolic circuits would do. We give them information and then building the rapport over time. We also talk about setting goals, and then we always ask them to buy once a month at minimum until we have our sale. So all that is built into what we do. So that's our follow-up sequence when we're done. That's our system, and we want all of our clients to follow it. If you've got somebody else's system, I'm sure it's similar to this, maybe not identical, but follow the system. They've tried it, hopefully, and tested it, and they prove that it will work. You just have to follow their system. If you switch some of these, it might not work as well. But don't come to me and say it's not working when my system works if you do it well and you work the system. You also have to have enough people in your funnel at the top to get people into the assessment to be able to provide it. You might have a 100% closing rate if you're going from equipment orientation to assessment to presenting prices. You might have, but if you're only selling or presenting 3 times a month, that's not enough for you to become very successful. Or if you're a manager or owner, your training department, it's not enough for you to really impact the numbers that you're looking for. So most of our clients are looking to add 3 to 5% every month or two. Well, if you only have 3 people in the whole system, you're never going to add that unless you have a very, very small gym. So my whole suggestion to this is 1, get a system. After that, work the system extensively and then tweak it after you've worked it for, say, 3 to 6 months. Once you have enough people, 100, 200 people go through the system and you know where to make the tweaks, then make the tweaks. But don't change it up front until you know what works or doesn't work. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. If you're one of our current clients, post on our discussion board. You can give us a call, whatever you need to do. I'm here to help. Again, my name is Nick Osborne with the Personal Training Department Blueprint, helping you create a great team of fitness professionals.